Railroad Preserver 2000 here, back again doing another video here. And in this video I'm at an old cotton mill turned antiques mall in Jefferson, Georgia, and I'm here to film this switchboard here. I'll back up so I can get it in the shot. As far as I know, is the only one left in this general portion of the mill, and there's actually a lot left as far as this one panel. I don't want to get in trouble, but I will open these up a bit to show you the mechanics. But we have one for can temperature front, and you can see the type of chart they would have had here. It would have had these kind of ink needles that would give out readings. In fact, you can see the dye marks there where they were probably last touching the paper here. Full scope controller. You can see all the various, I don't know if I can get it to focus in, the various gauges and switches that were used to run this. You've got squeeze roll, size valve, air supply, load, lift. You have an automatic, which is off. You've got the on-off switch. You've got the flow. Now, if there was any of y'all who used to work in this mill when it was still operating, please let me know in the comments of this, because I do not know what any of these gauges meant or were meant for. So I'd be really appreciated if y'all could give me some info on all this. But yeah, I don't think this is allowed, but out of curiosity. Alright, so these must have been like storage lockers of some kind, because you've got more gauges here. You've got a compressor gauge. Don't know what's in there, but I'm not going to try and tempt fate, so I'm going to close this back. They really don't build stuff like this anymore. In fact, I think here's the manufacturer here. So this was made in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been up there, though I doubt the company is still in business. But here's some electrical breakers, I think. Liquid level controllers. I don't know what those were for, but yeah. Then you've got a size temp box. I don't know what this one was. There's no label and the gauge is gone. But you've got both valve and supply pressure switches and gauges for all three of these. And let me quickly show you guys what the other gauge panel looks like here. Oh, and when in doubt, don't press the red button. Too late. Presses it, just the whole place blows up. No, I'm just kidding. That would be really bad. But you've got squeeze control. I think evidently these flow valves here are gauges. I think, unless that's the company that made these, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what flow is, unless that was just the company that made these knobs or something. I really don't know. But we have, again, another gauge board here. Now, let me see here. What's in here? See, the paint's gone off this panel here. To be honest, I really hope they're storing any other machinery somewhere else in the mill, because I'd love to photograph it. So here's this must be like spare parts or something, because there's the other gauge thing. I'm curious. I'd love to see what this. Let me see. What does this read? Oh, these are. Oh yeah, these are all the other dial panels, because you can see the graphs on some of them. So these were like the graphing papers, similar to this one here. That's actually neat. I'm actually kind of surprised that those were kept in there. But yeah, let me just close that back. But this is to the owners of the building. If y'all could keep this in, that would be great. But maybe y'all could fence it off and maybe have some information placards or something. They don't have to be, detailed or anything. I'm just curious to know what all this would have done. And I know I might get in trouble for this, but I'm curious to see. But yeah, here's the what the inside of these boards look like. But here you can see they've got the full scope dates and then the patents. And then here's the machine that would have been used to control the needles. In fact, here's the knob, as you can see, that would adjust the needles reading on the graph. There you've got two of these that would control it. Let me zoom in again to show you what these would have done here. See, this black knob controls this far needle here to the left. The red one controls this one off to the right. And this one, I think it's just the assembly that holds it over. So I think the sensitivity increase would be what would, I guess, change the variation as to how much these would bear down. I really don't know. I think these are where the needles were last sitting, judging by the ink stains. So you've got synchronizing screw sensitivity levels, increase, decrease. It's the same over here. Then you've got the other gauges here. Air opens, disconnect power before servicing. About that, I believe it's safe to service this because it doesn't look like these are going to get any power anytime soon, judging by oh yes, all that. So yeah, and I honestly think that graphing, that circle graph that you guys saw in that little cabinet there went to this gauge because there wasn't anything saying what this was, but it's basically the same setup. But yeah, you can see here on the tips of the needles the ink. You can see this one had red ink, this one had blue, this one had green, I think another type of blue ink. But yeah, again, similar setup. In fact, here's the whole mechanism in operation, manual operation. So apparently you had to disconnect the power to service this, and then if you wanted to adjust it, you'd have to open it up and adjust it manually, judging by the gauges here. So I'm guessing, okay, so these are spring loaded. These two here are spring loaded. So I guess those must have been automatically controlled by the looks of things. Again, here's another full scope fill out thing. So I'm guessing that must have been for the ink used. I really don't know. That's why I'm saying, could you guys who see this video please let me know what this would have, what all of this would have done, because I really am no textile expert, so I really wouldn't know. So here we are on to the last gauge set. In fact, I'll focus this as best I can here. Evidently these, sorry, are stuck. Okay, no, there it goes. So this is the red ink one. There we go. Oh, hang on. So this knob is stuck behind the gauge board. I don't know if there's a way to fix that. I'm just kind of, I don't want to touch it, but I'm kind of debating on it. But you can kind of see how this would work. But again, here's another one of these. So also this gauge here is broken. Evidently there must have been too much air pressure and it broke. But yeah, same valves and whatnot. And you have a belt pressure gauge here. That's really the only difference. Of course, all the gauges read 0. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. So yeah, this is Railroad Preserver 2000 signing off.